crochet friends, it's me, Jonah, and let's thank Yarnspirations for sponsoring today's video. And please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Jonah's Hands and Yarnspirations. Some of you may have noticed the shirt I'm wearing, and it says, "Bringing the world together, one stitch at a time." And I actually designed this shirt, so I'm really proud of it. And then there's a globe that's actually a ball of yarn with my hands holding it. And the message is just bringing the world together in a positive manner. And then on the back, we have Jonah's hands. But today, we will be making these waffle stitch dishcloths. Here is a dishcloth up close using the beautiful waffle stitch texture. And as you can see, this new yarn that Yarnspirations just came out with is very interesting texture-wise. It has this scouring texture and let her do the rough scrubbing and just to do all the work really. And then we have the traditional and super absorbent cotton that you see more often. And all of it together turns out for a double texture dishcloth that cleans beautifully. But also, it's practical because you can't always make afghans, and it's becoming spring, and that means spring cleaning. And it's very important to have dishcloths wiped on the cupboards and counters and pots and pans. So that's why we're making this today. And I also recommend having 1 or 2 dishcloths for your counters and then 1 or 2 for your pots and pans. So you don't have cross-contamination with like dirty for your pots and pans and then using that same one on your counters because you don't want to clean something and then make it dirty. And that's another great thing about this. It gets everything off the pan, but it's also very fun to set in your house and it's so bright and colorful. And there's many colorways. This one right here is called green. This one is energetic pink. This one's pretty purple. This one's spring blue, and this one is beach house. And you can find all of this yarn in the links to the pattern below. And a couple tips for you after you use one of your dishcloths is not to leave it in a ball because then it doesn't dry nicely. When you're done and it's wet, you just lay it nicely over the middle of your sink or a flat surface so it dries in the same shape so it's not mishappen. That is very amazing that the size goes with a 10 inch by 10 inch, and most dishcloths are 8 by 8, but this is a 10 by 10. So that means any size hand works and you can get more work out of each dishcloth because it covers a bigger area. And that's another reason I love 10 by 10s. And these dishcloths also make great gifts, but there's going to be a second video out there for you guys to watch about making a companion for the dishcloths, these adorable scrubbies. And they're in each color too, so it's like a little companion, and those together make the best gift, but still, it's practical. So make sure to check out that video too. Let's begin. So you'll need a 5mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, a blunt-eyed darning needle, and of course your sugar and cream scrub-off yarn with all of the beautiful textures. And today I'll be using the color papaya. Slide your scissors and needle off to the side. And make your basic slip knot. Okay? And now you'll yarn over from the front around to the back and pull through 1. And that is your first chain. Yarn over from the, or you could just put your hook around the back here, and then you have 2 loops. So you pull the first one through the second one, catching it on the groove. I'll repeat that with you twice. 1, 4, 4. Now you'll need to repeat that until you get to 41 chains. I just really love these dishcloths because the colors remind you of the great memories, and they're just so bright and vibrant. My favorite would have to be spring blue and greens. Put your favorite colors in the comments below, please. My mom's favorites are the blue and then the energetic spring blue and energetic pink. Okay, just gotta do 6 more chains. I'm completed with my chain now with 41. And now I'll yarn over like we were doing previously for our chain, and how you have your first stitch from the hook, your second stitch from the hook, and your third chain from the hook. You'll yarn over and insert into the 4th. You can go through the back loop, the front loop on the top, or the front loop on the bottom, or both. Your choice. And then you yarn over again between the hook and the fabric and pull up a loop. So now you have 1, 2, and then the one from your starting chain 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. You yarn over and pull through 1 like you were doing for your chain, but then pull through another one. So you're pulling through 2. Yarn over again and pull through 2. That's your first double crochet. Then you yarn over, insert, pull up your loop, and double crochet. Yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and then pull through 2. And I'll need you to repeat that across, and I'll meet you back here once you're done with that. Okay, I'm back and I've done my double crochet from the 4th chain across. So I have chain 2 and turned my work. I meant chain 3 and then turn my work. And that counts as your first double crochet. So you'll wrap and then you go between the first 2 stitches, just back out, and then you'll come back around through the 2nd and the 3rd. So it's kind of like posting out your first double crochet. And then we'll pull up a loop for the 1, for the 2, and for the 3. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. And that is your front post double crochet. And we're going to do a front post double crochet and then 3 double crochets, a front post and then 3 double crochets. And that brings in the space is right here, and then the post, the space and the posts, which give it the waffled texture. So we've done our front post double crochet, and now in our next stitch right here, we'll just do a double. Next stitch, you're just gonna go for your double. So then you have 2 doubles, but you gotta go for a 3rd. So then you have a post, 2 plus 1 more, so 3 double crochets. And then you do another post, front post double crochet, and then you do 3 more back double crochets, just through both loops. And that's all you're gonna do through the end of the row. And then once you reach your chain 3 at the other side, just double crochet once into that, and I'll meet you back once you're done with that. I have completed the double crochet, front post, 3 double crochet, front post, 3 double crochet across, and then with your double crochet in the top of your chain 3. So we'll turn our work and then chain 3. Okay? So we'll first double crochet in our first stitch, skipping, double crochet in your second stitch, skipping the first because your third counts, your third chain counts as your first stitch. So you do your basic double crochet, and then how you have 3 coming out at you, you're gonna front post those next 3. Just a little reminder, To do a front post, you wrap around your hook, go around and through the back, and do a double crochet. Oh, and speaking of hooks, this is one of my ergonomically handmade crochet hooks. And it's in this beautiful sparkly swirled blue, and my name's even inscribed in the bottom there, with a nice red aluminum on top. Okay, so you've done your chain 3, half double crochet, 3 front posts. So you'll double crochet in the stitch that's shying away, receding, and then you'll front post in your next 3. And that's what you're gonna repeat all the way across. So I'll meet you back once you're completed with that task. So now that you've done your first 3 rows, you double crochet, your front post, your 3 backs, your front, your 3 backs, then you turn to work after your chain 3, and then went into your double crochet 3 front posts. You're just gonna repeat row 2 and 3. That gives you the waffle space. Row 2 gives you the spaces, and row 3 gives you the row 2 gives you the ridges, and row 3 gives you the spaces. And once you put them together, you get a beautiful waffle-like texture. So you're just gonna need to repeat row 2 and 3 until your project is 10 inches long. So once you finish your 10 inches, which is approximately 10 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because each square or each block of the waffle is 1 inch, you fasten off and then weave in your end. And once you weave the back work a couple times, you can just snip it right off. But you still have the tail at the bottom. So you thread your blunt-eyed darning needle, and you just push it back and forth through your foundation chain. Through one side, out the other. It's kind of like the mattress stitch in a way, but it's weaving in your ends, because if you knot them, they just come out, and then if your dishcloth falls apart, you're just scrubbing your dishes and counters with nothing. And that's a waste of time. And a waste of a beautiful project. So yeah, there we have our papaya dishcloth. But that just reminds me, if you don't want to use this yarn, or you can't get it, or it's not available, anything of the sort, well, I really am a fan of this yarn because of the beautiful textures and the scouring part, and then your original cotton. You could just use the basic sugar and cream cotton, everything, all 4-way cottons work. But I really recommend using the sugar and cream scrub off yarn. And don't forget to stay tuned for these dishcloth's companions, adorable scrubbies. I really enjoyed making this fun, colorful, and practical dishcloth with you, because everyone needs a good dishcloth. And please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Jonah's Hands and Yarnspirations, and the links to everything you need will be below. And by the way, this is my favorite color dishcloth, just in case you're wondering. And for those of you who thought this bread was just a prop, it is not. My mom actually made it, and I'm just going to take a piece right now, and cannot wait to eat it. Delicious. She's like a master baker, just so you know. And goodbye and crochet away, friends.